Hello Steven, today's video is a trilogy and that is going to come to you in 3 parts. Part 1, apologies. First of all, for the background. As you know, we are moving out of this apartment in 2.5 weeks, and one inevitability of moving is that everything needs to go in boxes, so there are boxes everywhere in our apartment right now. Apology 2, the quality of this video. In my previous 3 videos, I used my iPad to record in order to get the high definition video, and it really became a hassle because my iPad can't record that much video at one time. Plus, I don't really care for the microphone on the iPad, so I actually used an external mic to record and then just overlaid the audio on top of the final footage. So yeah, by using this camcorder to record, I'm decreasing the video quality by just a little bit, but I'm increasing the convenience for me by a lot, which as we know is much more important. Now that we've gotten the apologies out of the way, we can move on to the bulk of this video, but before we do that, I'm sure you want to hear about my road trip to North Carolina. I mean, we talked a little bit about it through text, but come on, you want to see videos of it, right? So we left Oklahoma City Friday afternoon around 6 o'clock, and we were really on schedule when we hit West Memphis around 1 o'clock in the morning until we hit traffic. And I don't mean just any traffic. I mean, we were stuck there for 2 hours and we had to turn the car completely off and just sit on the highway. So finally we made it to Memphis and stopped in a hotel where apparently their version of Armageddon involves sprinklers and coat hangers. We set out the next morning and made our next stop at Nashville, where there are random speed limits and people who are very open about highway nudity. We drove across Tennessee that afternoon and made it to the North Carolina border around 8 o'clock at night, where we were greeted by the gorgeous Smoky Mountains. I mean, the trees are beautiful, there's a perpetual fog, and there are cool tunnels, and thank God I thought to finally clean off the windshield. Anyway, it was getting dark by the time we made it through the Smoky Mountains, and we didn't get to Wake Forest that night until around 1:30, and we had to get up really early in the morning to take me to the airport in order for me to catch a flight and make it to class the next day, and we were in a hurry to the airport, so I didn't shoot any video of Wake Forest, but come on, we're moving there in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have plenty of video. So that's a trip. It just started to rain here, so you might hear some raindrops in the background. The third part is going to be my do's and don'ts of vlogging. I made a list, and so I'm going to go through each item on this list, and I'm going to say whether I think it's a do or a don't and why, and then you're free to, disagree with me. Item 1, fakeness. I absolutely think this is a don't. If you look at popular YouTubers, one thing they have is like really bubbly personalities, enthusiasm on their YouTube videos, and we all know they overcompensate because they want to engage their audience and want to make their videos more entertaining. But like I said in a previous video, we're not doing this to get viewers or anything like that, so I don't think we should compromise our personalities in any way. I think we should make this as real as possible. I really don't think I come across as completely genuine because I seem kind of stiff in these videos, but you did an excellent job in your video yesterday. Item 2, talking to each other. Don't. I don't mean this talking to each other. Obviously, we're doing this entire vlog to have a conversation with each other through videos. What I'm talking about is when I post this video or when you post a video, I don't want to see either of us going down to the comments and saying, oh, that's a great video. I guess the real thing I don't want is us commenting on each other's videos in the comments. Kind of comes across as sad. Item 3, cursing. I think we're kind of in the middle on this, and you might disagree with me. I think it's a do and a don't. I mean, it's a do in the sense that I don't want to censor ourselves. I don't want us to have to be like, oh, we need to keep our language under control. I want this to appear as real to life as possible. But at the same time, it kind of is a don't because I've seen certain YouTube channels that like curse all the time just to shock the audience and just because that's kind of how they are. And it's excessive, and that goes up to item 1, fakeness. I mean, we'd be faking it if we cursed all the time. We don't do that. Item 4, singing. I'm going to say a tentative don't. I don't think you will. I might. I mean, it might be embarrassing, but at the same time, it might be kind of fun. I don't know. Item 5, challenges/punishments. I'm going to say this is a don't. You probably really aren't familiar with these, but if you look at popular YouTubers, they do these random silly things for entertainment, like eating gross stuff or guessing what's in their mouth. I just don't think that's for us. We don't need it. We're just talking to each other. We're not really eating gross stuff. Not necessary, right? Item 6. Time limit. Do, but not in such a way that like we enforce it. I mean, I was going to suggest that we do a 4-minute time limit, but your video yesterday exceeded 4 minutes and I was fine with that. I just don't want our videos to turn into excessively long videos that get really dragged out and rambling and stuff like that. I just want to keep it as concise and to the point as possible. Item 7, intro and sign-ons. Intro is a do. Obviously. I mean, you and I are working on one right now. I really like the vibe that intros out of videos. And by sign-on, I mean the phrase that I would always start out by saying to you. For example, in the Vlog Brothers, John Green always says, "Good morning, Hank, it's Tuesday," when he starts. It's simple, but it's a sign-on, and he's known for it. I think it's cool. I say that's a do. Of course, we actually have to think of one first. But it's a do if we come up with a good one. Last item, music. I think you might disagree with me on this. When I say music, I'm not meaning just like music in general. I'm meaning like a soft background music playing while we do our videos. I've seen it done a lot of times in channels, and I just think it's distracting. But you are welcome to disagree with me. That's why we both post videos. That's all I got. Thank you for finally posting. That made me happy. Now I actually have a little bit of confidence when I say I will see you soon. By the way, my terrifying dog says hi.